everyone. My name is Grace Pang, and welcome to the IMAG Integrating Machine Learning with Multiscale Modeling pre-meeting webinar series. And I would like to introduce you to Dr. Chi-Chi Mei and Dr. Junping Wan from the NSF, who will be presenting our next talk.
All right. Thank you very much, Grace. And so Chi-Chi and I are going to talk about a joint effort between DMS, which is Division of Mathematical Sciences, and MCB, and the interface of mathematical and biological research. And so this is a program or activity that we call Modulus, okay, representing models for uncovering rules and unexpected phenomena in biological systems. There are 4 program directors in the management team, and Chi-Chi and David from MCB, and also from the Division of Mathematical Sciences will be Zhilan Feng, and also myself.
Okay. So okay, thanks. So this program, the Modulus program is supported by both, as Junping mentioned, by both our divisions. And the point of it's a DCL, which means it's a Dear Colleague letter that was released to the community to try to encourage submissions of projects in areas of specific interest to both of our divisions and both of our programs. And partly this was originated because of a recognition individually that we were, within our program, SSB, we were desiring to see some novel mathematical methods applied to important biological questions to hopefully move the field forward. And then I guess in what you guys were hoping to see.
Yeah, from us, and we like to see the true collaboration between mathematicians and biologists, so that the research that we do in mathematics will be very relevant to biology. And I personally believe Modulus offers an excellent opportunity for doing research in machine learning and also the multi-scale modeling.
And so within I'm going to go through this. So within Modulus, the DCL, what we specifically are looking for are novel mechanistic mathematical methods to guide the biological exploration and discovery of new rules in living systems. And just to highlight, what we're encouraging are both new and substantial or substantive collaborations between both mathematical scientists and biological scientists. And it's very important that this is really pushing the boundaries in both of our programs. And so we highlighted the aspect of discovery because we believe one of the origins of this is that many times we as mathematical modelers of biological systems, we spend quite a bit of time developing the model, but rarely do we sometimes get the opportunity to push the boundaries, to use our models to motivate discovery. And so that's really the genesis of
this boundary here is the key thing for this collaboration. And when Chi-Chi, David, and I talk about this program, and we had some discussion about what kind of mathematics that we actually support. And of course, in our core mathematical biology program, and we emphasize a lot about the novelty in mathematics. But in the Modulus activity, and we also like to see novel mathematics to be produced or generated from research. But on the other hand, if your research involves a non-trivial use of some existing mathematical techniques, and that will also, provided that, the biological research is significant. And if that is the case, and this will be also eligible for us.
So within the proposal submission process, just to highlight that, so you can submit to either of our solicitation or our base program. You can submit to the math biology program, and they have a submission window currently that's between August 20th and September 5th annually.
That's right. So we receive a lot of email inquiries regarding the proposal submission. So partially because the community actually is not sure where to submit to, and whether if it's proposed to submit to DMS, and whether that will be reviewed by applying the DMS review criteria, or vice versa, if the proposal is submitted to MCB, and whether that will be treated as a biological proposal. The answer is actually the following. So no matter where you submit the proposal to be submitted to, all of them will be treated in the same manner, equally, okay? And because we conduct our Modulus panel all together, and we invite mathematicians and also biologists to serve in the panel. So no worry, just submit to either MCB or mathematical biology.
Right. And if you're submitting to MCB, as I said in my prior webinar, you can submit at any time. However, to be considered for Modulus, we had a priority date for last fiscal year. For this fiscal year, the priority date to be considered for the Modulus program is April 1st, 2020. So we encourage you to submit at any time, but after April 1st, this is kind of the priority date for the DCL. And please do include, as part of the submission process, include Modulus in the title.
Right, so that's excellent. So the also the machine learning and multi-scale modeling, we have seen a lot of the submit proposals that address multiple scale modeling, but really not that much in machine learning. But we believe there's a lot of opportunity for doing the machine learning, especially the mathematical aspect of the machine learning, because there's currently a lack of mathematical foundation for the machine learning or deep learning and this artificial intelligence. And I think that if you can bring some of this aspect to the program, and it will be highly appreciated.
So one thing that we do questions about are what are the specific characteristics, or how are we evaluating the effectiveness, or whether something is strong enough for the Modulus program, which we have found that we understand it is a challenging criteria to try to meet both, pushing the boundaries of both programs. So Modulus specific characteristics, there's four main characteristics that we ask our panels to evaluate on. One is, does the proposal address a clearly stated biological question or hypothesis? Fundamentally, this is being supported through molecular and cellular the biosciences, so we want you to address questions at that scale. So you have to have a basic biological question that you're trying to achieve. And so then I'd like to turn it over now to you to discuss what you mean by novel mathematics.
Right. The second characteristic of Modulus proposal is on the mathematical aspect. And again, as I said earlier, we'd like to see new and novel mathematical methods to be generated from the projects. But on the other hand, if your mathematical approach is based on the integration of existing mathematical methods from disparate fields of mathematics, and that will be good as well.
So just to push on that, 2 minutes for 50. Okay. So just to push on that very quickly, just as a quick example, if we have like an ODE, a traditional ODE, would we consider that pushing the boundaries?
If it's traditional ODE, if you can find solution easily, and if you can get that from textbook, the answer is actually no. But on the other hand, if the ODE, there are ODEs, and if you have to do something exciting, like novel, new, or non-trivial, and that will be fine.
And so then the one other aspect that we wanted to make sure to get in here is that the proposal needs to use mathematical methods to as a central tool to push discovery. So many times we have models that are kind of developed after the fact. We gather data, we develop the model, we do our validation and verification, and we applaud ourselves and we think we're done. What we're looking for here are models that are then used to really drive a new biological direction, or to ask a question that then the experimentalist can use to further investigate. So that is something that teams should pay attention to.
Yeah, make sure that your team will have expertise from mathematics and biology.
And so, do you want to do this one quickly?
All right, so I want to let me do this one quickly. So for the modulus, and so for the fiscal year 19, which is what for us considers the last year, the past fiscal year activity, we received 30 proposals and 21 projects. Okay, and we made awards to 5 projects, and it's 9 proposals, and roughly the success rate is about 24%. In terms of the budget, and budget is not solid as as a stone, but DM committed $1 million, and MCB committed $2 million. But actually, in the last fiscal year, we spent a lot more than that.
So, and I think that's a good point in terms of budget, because that is a question that we get. So typically our budgets tend to be a little bit larger because we accommodate the experimental side. But but again, I know people are used to NIH size budgets, so be careful of that in terms of typical size of project. I would say 1.5 or under total. In about 3 to 4 years.
Right. So 1.5, that's the budget for each project.
Yes, not each PI.
So when I mention the budget, means the total budget for this joint activity.
Correct.
And there's some other, this is often a question for us from the community. And so there are a lot of variations in NSF, and there are other places that we can request for extra support. And so for us, the most important thing is to get good proposals, high quality proposals. Once we have these proposals, and we'll be able to take it to other part of the foundation and then get additional funds.
Okay. And so the last couple of slides, what we just wanted to highlight are, and you can look this up on the NSF website in terms of recently funded projects to kind of get an idea of kind of the span of things that we've been funding. One such project is a collaborative between investigators at Kansas State, David Cook, and Paul Bogdan at the University of Southern California. And this is a very nice project that is using novel methods that come from multifractal analysis to evaluate genome architecture. And this was an exciting project in terms of they've brought in different experimental methods to kind of characterize a genome structure, and using the different, at least the way that I kind of think about it, a different resolution of experimental tools, and generating different resolution of experimental data, and then using fractal-based analysis and statistical physics to bring that together to try to ask questions around chromosome organization and its genome activity and genome evolution. And again, this was a partnership between an experimentalist and a computational scientist. David Cook is an Paul Bogdan is an electrical engineer, and they also have collaborations with mathematical scientists.
All right, this is our last slide for this presentation, and this is another project that we supported through the Modulus activity, and this is a project from collaborative project from the University of California, San Diego, and the University of Texas and Austin. And so this is the most welcomed proposal by the panel. So we have the Modulus panel, and the panel believed that this project satisfied all the criteria that we specified for the Modulus activity. And you can visit the NSF webpage and find the abstract of this project. And so, of course, on slides, we actually itemized the key components of this project from the mathematical point of view. And we believe that this project has some new theoretical and computational techniques and for the modeling of membrane protein interactions. And key there is they would like to use the modelings to understand the membrane curvature generation due to the protein coding. And so there is a very heavy multi-scale modeling component in this project. And there's also a very heavy computational and theoretical analysis component in the proposed research. And so we think this is a good example for you to look at if you have any interest in submitting proposals to the Modulus activity. And with that, we'd like to thank you very much for your attention. And if you have questions, then feel free to email us or contact us in any way that you can find us.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.